Unlike Rush Limbaugh, I am not brilliance on display. Like Rush Limbaugh, brilliance was displayed by Dr. Everett Piper, which we'll get to. This is the Sophie Scholl monologue, and today's monologue goes to a semi-hostile environment in which Greg Stubbe had to know blowback would come from quoting a Bible verse prohibiting cross-dressing. As he added, but let's be clear, it's not clothing or personal style that offends God, but rather the use of one's appearance to act out or take on a sexual identity different from the one biologically assigned by God at birth. By men, women, and children doing that, Stubbe continues, they're making a statement that God didn't know what he was doing when he created them. And this then goes directly against what is laid out in Scripture. Those words were stated unapologetically by Congressman Greg Stubbe in rock-ribbed opposition to the mistitled Equality Act. On cue, he was sharply shamed for being transphobic and intolerant. If that wasn't harsh enough, Congressman Gerald Nadler dismissively scorned him, saying, "Mr. Stubbe, what any religious tradition describes as God's will is of no concern to this Congress." Excuse me, Mr. Nadler? God's will is of no concern? If not his will, then whose will? Your will? Pelosi's will? The will of those in power? When God's will is of no concern, you end up with the fake Equality Act, which is more like the Cancel Out Women Act or the Female Obliteration Act. Why do I say that? This bill allows biological males to access female-only spaces. Where's the respect for a woman's privacy? It would compel female athletes to compete in the same event with biological males who feel they're female. That's fairness. It jeopardizes some hospitals and medical professionals if they conscientiously object to providing abortions or sex assignment surgeries. Doesn't this cancel out the freedom of conscience? Christian colleges and faith-based charities would be compelled to acknowledge same-sex unions and transgenderism. Hey, let's cancel out religious liberty too. It would punish some businesses, Christian businesses, for refusing to cater to immoral but legal ceremonies. Only fascist-friendly cancel culture government punishes like this. Dr. Everett Piper nailed it. He said, the misogyny of the Equality Act is nothing short of the blackfacing of women. I'll say that again. The misogyny of the Equality Act is nothing short of the blackfacing of women. Congressmen infected by the Nadler syndrome of no concern for the will of God eked it through the House in a twist of sad irony. Just enough of the 88% who are in Congress claiming affiliation with the church voted to pass it. Even our church-affiliated congressman here in Western New York, Tom Reed, voted for it. What was he thinking? Unlike Congressman Reed, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem displayed clear thinking, moral clarity, and common sense on International Women's Day by banning biological males from competing in girls' sports. We need more common sense, moral clarity, and clear thinking like that of Kristi Noem And I don't even know if she's church affiliated. What's wrong with these 88% church affiliated congressmen we have representing us? Well, unlike Tony Kornheiser of Pardon the Interruption, I cannot promise you that I will do better the next time.